Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. For today's video, I thought it would be really fun to sit down and just chat with you guys and react to your assumptions about me. I've been seeing this video go around on YouTube for the past couple weeks, and normally I'm not really interested in like trendy videos like this, but this one caught my eye and I thought it would be really fun for you guys to get to know me a bit better. I really want to try and be a little bit more open on this channel going forward into this new year. So I wanted to do this video, and some of the assumptions are really good and I really want to talk about them. So I'm very excited to start this video, and if you are not yet following me on Instagram, that is where I ask my questions and I do a lot of polls and different things and get your guys' feedback on a lot of stuff, and also just like show you fun content on there. So if you're not following me, go ahead and follow me. Same username as it's spelled here, and if you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and do so. I mean, maybe wait till the end of the video to see how this goes, but yeah, let's jump into it. The first assumption about me is you're not actually healthy and you eat unhealthy off camera. To be honest, like, obviously, like I've only filmed 3 what I eat in a day out of my whole 7 years of being on YouTube, so there's like such a fraction of what I eat you guys are actually seeing. And obviously, if you guys didn't know, YouTube for the most part, and also Instagram, is always a highlight reel. Like, people are trying to show you guys our best, and so the days that I do film, I'm really strict with my diet and I do really well. But of course, I'm not going to show you every donut I eat because that would be a lot, to be honest. But I try my best, and that's all you can ask for. So obviously I eat unhealthy off camera, but I do pretty well, okay? I do pretty well. The next assumption is you're actually really messy and the organization videos are an excuse to clean up. Kind of. I mean, I'm not really messy. I like to think of it as I always have a mess in some part of my apartment. Either it's this room, my studio room, or it's the bedroom that's a mess, or our closet, or the kitchen. Like, there's always something that obviously needs cleaning out because we're human. But the fact with the cleaning videos is the fact that, like, I would have to do that anyway, so might as well just show you guys and make a video out of it. Like, it makes total sense. I wouldn't like clean up and then do a clean with me, if that makes sense. So like, kind of have to, I guess. I obviously had a lot of questions about marriage and babies and Cody and everything, so I'll pop a few of them up on the screen here. But one of them is you're waiting for Cody to propose to you. We've talked about that, and I've always said that I would like to be at least 24, which I'm 23 right now. I turned 24 this October. But it's also a matter of us discussing it and making sure we're both ready, because who knows, in a year I might still not be ready, and that's totally fine. And then the other question similar to that is you're too afraid to get married, and in this moment, at this current moment, absolutely. I'm so not ready to get married. I have a lot of friends that are getting married this year, which is really, really exciting. But a wedding is a lot of work and very expensive, and I'm just like not ready for that. And also like a lot of my friends and family seem to be like really excited for my wedding, which is kind of a lot of pressure, because obviously I love planning events and I love that kind of thing, but like the older I get, I'm just like, oh my god, weddings are so much work. So we'll see, but in this current moment, yeah, I'm too afraid. The next assumption is you have a perfect life and you would never know what depression or anxiety is. And I don't think anyone ever has a perfect life. That's just like not possible. I do have a really good life, and when it comes to depression and anxiety, I feel like I have been fairly lucky when it comes to not having to deal with those to the maximum. I have a lot of family and friends, and like just knowing what I know from the internet about both of those things, I definitely would not consider myself to have them. I definitely get depressed or have sad days. I think everyone does, and especially like the weather really affects my mood. So living in a cold, rainy city for 6 months of the year really does suck and really does affect my well-being. But when it comes to anxiety, I think it's more so about I get anxious about life events or something that's coming up. Never have like panic attacks, if that makes sense. For the most part, or at least I haven't experienced them yet. The next assumption is you're a procrastinator, and I definitely don't think this is true. I procrastinate in the sense of like I'm going to get it done today, but it's just not going to be within the next hour kind of thing. So like short-term procrastinator, if that makes sense. The next assumption is it upsets you when you work hard on a video and it doesn't do well. And I wanted to talk about this one because it's kind of half true. I'm at the point with YouTube where I assume most videos aren't gonna do well. So I don't get my hopes up anymore, and that's kind of one of the things that I've kind of learned in this industry. You really can't get your hopes up because you will be disappointed so many times, and just like with life in general. But when it comes to videos, I have a feeling I can pretty well gauge of what a video is going to do. It does really suck though when you are like, man, this video is gonna do so well, people are gonna love it, and then it doesn't, and people don't get it in their subscription box, or the views just aren't where you want it to be. So that does happen sometimes, but less now. It definitely used to affect me a couple years ago more so. The next assumption is something pretty much everyone got asked in these videos, and that is you grew up rich, and that is definitely not true. I was never without anything, and my parents did a really great job of providing for me. I literally got pretty much everything I ever wanted, which is insane, and so I'm so thankful, but I was definitely spoiled. I was an only child, like growing up in my house. That was another assumption, was that I'm an only child. I am, in the fact that I'm my dad's only daughter, only child, but I have two half brothers that are older than me. Both of them are married with kids. My oldest brother is 20 years apart from me, so he's 20 years older. So I technically grew up as an only child, but I do have older siblings, but I never really grew up with them. And yeah, my parents always gave me everything, which was amazing. My mom worked extra jobs to provide for my dance, so I didn't have to cut down on my classes each week and stuff, because they're so expensive when you're a kid. And my parents went above and beyond for everything, and they provided literally everything, and I had a great childhood, and I'm very thankful for them. The next assumption is it's been easygoing, keto, and losing weight. I would definitely have to say this is not true, because this time is a lot more difficult for me than last time. I find that during like the spring and summer, you're more motivated to eat healthy and just like be clean, whereas in the winter months, I honestly just want to eat potatoes and pasta, but I shouldn't. The next assumption is you love your life and are so grateful for everything you have right now. This is 100% true. I feel so lucky every single day when I get to wake up and do what I love for a job, because that's like obviously the ultimate dream, and be comfortable and have like the best relationship and have the best cats and just family things, and like have really great friends. And I never thought like 4 years ago this would be my today life, and I'm so thankful, and I don't take it for granted at the slightest. In the slightest? At the slightest? You get the point. The next assumption is you've dated a lot of stupid people, and that is completely false, because I've barely dated any people. Cody is pretty much the only person I've truly actually dated, and I've just had things otherwise, so not really. The next assumption is you swear a lot off camera but want to keep it PG on camera. This is absolutely true. I'm always conscious about my audience, and just thinking about like my nieces or something watching this. So I try my best to keep the tone proper, but I definitely do swear a lot in my real life. It's not good, but it happens. The next assumption is you are the same person on camera and off camera, and this one's a hard one to answer, because I feel like it's something you would always assume, like, yeah, I'm the same person on and off, but I've had people in my real life tell me both. I've had people tell me I'm way different in real life, and people tell me I'm the exact same. So hard to answer. I like to think I'm the same, but on camera me is obviously just like a slightly different tone than how you'll see me in real life, because I'm pretty chill. And I try and be as happy as possible on the camera, as anyone does on YouTube. The next assumption is you hate pickles, and you're right, I don't like pickles. The next assumption is your parents want you to get married quickly, and I think this is false. I don't think my parents care when I get married. That's pretty much it. It's totally up to us. The next one I wanted to answer is you and Cody have been trying for a baby, and that is absolutely not true. Not ready. I personally would like to get married and then have kids. That's just me and how I want to do things, and I'm not even ready for marriage, so I'm definitely not ready for a baby. And a lot of people around me are having babies, and I'm just like chilling. I'm like, I'm good, thanks. The next one is you may stress of things that are not in your control. Definitely, I definitely stress about things that are not in my control, but that's actually something my dad taught me a couple of years ago when I was having like, I don't know, some problems with something, and he's just like, you cannot worry about the things that are not in your control. Worry about the things that are in your control, and focus on them, not the things you can't, because there's no point in wasting your energy on something you can't control. Hopefully that answered that. Another food assumption is you put ketchup on your KD, and I would have to say no, because I prefer it without now. I used to be the kind of person that will put like 3 drops and then like mix it in and have like half of it without ketchup and then half with, if you guys don't know, Katie, it's craft dinner, so like macaroni with ketchup. But Cody like loads it up and I'm not into that. Next assumption is you're good at saving money, and that is pretty false. I'm not really good at it. I definitely need to get better. But yeah, it's just not something I would claim to be good at all. The next assumption, again, having to do with Cody, is you're afraid of Cody popping the question anytime soon. P.S. You guys are so cute together. Thanks so much. I'm not really afraid of Cody popping the question because I know it's not gonna happen anytime soon, if that makes sense. We do talk about it, and I do like show him certain rings I'm interested in, but I also told him I'd rather have a house than a ring, so, you know, there's priorities. But yeah, not really afraid because I think we're very much on the same page when it comes to that, and we communicate a lot about it, and I super just don't think neither one of us are ready for that anytime soon. The next assumption is something I've always wanted to answer, and this is Cody films and edits all of your videos, and that is not true. I have had so many people in my real life be like, oh, but like Cody edits your videos. Nah, I edit my videos. There has been a few, very few, like probably 5 videos in the past that he has edited. Those were like really long time ago videos though, and mainly because he wanted to edit them. For the most part though, he does help me film a ton of my videos and take a lot of my Instagram pictures, obviously, because I need help with that. But I'm just always amazed when people think he edits my videos too. I'm like, nah, he has a full-time job and this is my full-time job. So yeah, and if you guys didn't know, to give you like a random backstory, Cody and I actually met at school for television. So we were both in a program for television broadcast where you learn how to shoot and edit and direct and produce and all this other stuff, and that's how we met. He was a year ahead of me and I was the year below, and so we both basically went to school for the exact same thing. He actually works in the industry at like, you know, a real job, and I'm working on the internet. So hopefully that answers that question if you've been wondering, because yeah, I definitely edit my own content. Thank you so much. The next assumption is you're a very laid back, go with the flow type of person, and I would have to say this one's probably false. I like to think of myself as that way, but I'm definitely not, like if I'm being honest, because I am the kind of person that always wants to have a plan. I want to know what time things are happening, where we're going, what's the deal, like is there anything I need to know about, how am I gonna dress, like there's so many things that factor into me leaving my house that I'm definitely not like a go with the flow kind of person. If I've had a few drinks though, different story. The next assumption is every outfit you post is pre-planned, and this is true because I'm not good at fashion, and so I do need to think about my outfits ahead of time. Also, for the most part, it's all of the new stuff that I get in that I really want to shoot and put together outfits, because a lot of the times these are outfits that I'll just put on to take pictures in, not actually wear in real life. I mean, I wear them in real life, but not maybe in that particular way, if that makes sense. So yeah, most of the outfits you see on my Instagram are pre-planned, but I think that happens for most people because, yeah, I think that's just a thing. The next assumption is something that got assumed a few times, so I figured I would answer it, even though I can't believe I'm posting this on the internet. The assumption is you're a virgin. This video is probably so long already, so I'm gonna end it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video though, give it a thumbs up because it really supports my channel. And thank you to those of you who submitted your assumptions on my Instagram. Hopefully you guys got to learn a little bit more about me in today's video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Have a great day.